Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Today my name is Suharyanto. I'm a lecturer in this class, English for Specific Purposes (ESP). And for this video, I would like to explain the material talking regarding needs analysis in ESP. Okay. Well, before we go, I would like to introduce myself. First of all, my name is Suharyanto. Usually, my students, my friend, they call me Harry. I'm English Education Department in UNY 2013, and after that I continue my Master of Education in Hiroshima University 2019, and I already married. And now, before we go any further, I would like to tell you a little bit about ESP. Well, ESP itself is the main purpose of ESP course was to produce a syllabus which gave a high priority to the language forms students would meet in their field, and in turn would give low priority to forms they would not meet. ESP is not a matter of teaching special varieties of English. A given course of ESP will focus on one occupation or profession, such as technical English, scientific English, English for professional, English for writers, English for tourism. So basically, this is the main point of ESP itself. So English which is given for the professional, for the workers, for the one who is already having a job. And ESP, based on Dudley Evans and St. John in 1998, ESP may be related to the design for specific discipline. So this one, specific discipline, maybe for the medicine or medical area, or maybe economic, or etc. ESP may use in specific teaching situation different methodology from that of general English. And ESP is likely to be designed for adult learners either at a tertiary level institution or in a professional work situation. It could be for learners at secondary school level. And ESP itself is generally designed for intermediate or advanced students. So this is also one of the point that should be emphasized here, that ESP is not for the young learners, it's for intermediate or advanced students. And most ESP courses assume some basic knowledge of the language system, but it can be used with the beginners. And this is what we are going to focus on this material, actually the needs analysis. When we are as an ESP practitioner or ESP teacher, we need to make some kind of course design for our specific students. For example, I have students for the dentist student, for dentistry, or for example, or maybe I'm going to teach English for for taxi driver. Of course, I need to make needs analysis before preparing the material, before preparing the course design for them. So that's why needs analysis seeks to determine the what and the how for the development of the course itself based on flower due. And it involves data gathering from the words outside the classroom relevant to the language needs of learners in specific contexts. A proper need analysis can lead to course design to ensure that students will learn precisely what they need. So this is actually the point of needs analysis. We have to make sure that the material that we are going to give for them is matched with what they need after they finish this course. And its analysis is really important to identify the actual language demands in workplace, professional, and academic setting. And Rahman 2015 suggests there are three fundamental components for assessing language needs of learners in needs analysis. These are: first, target situation analysis, learning situation analysis, and present situation analysis. And target situation analysis, or TSA, refers to form of needs analysis which centers on identifying the learner's language requirement in the occupational or academic setting. And needs analysis itself, which focus on students' need at the end of the language course, can be called a TSA. So the focus is on the students' need at the end of the language course. So basically, what are students being able of English what type of English that students need to be able at the end of the course. That is the focus of target situational analysis here. And then the second one is learning situation analysis. and refers to subjective, felt, and process-oriented needs. LSA also direct what learners want to learn. It means effective ways of learning the skill and language. It also refers to why do learners want to learn. So this is from the concept of the students' wants, what they want, if they actually what do they want for learning English itself. And the last one is the present situation analysis. It's seek to ascertain what the students are akin to at the start of their language course, looking into their strengths and the weaknesses. Present situation analysis estimates strengths and weaknesses in language, skill, and learning experience. So it's all based on the student's lack, student strength, and student weakness. What is their strength? What is their weakness in their language? And based on that situation, we have to determine what type of English that should be suitable for them. This is the table that can be said in order to the concept of needs analysis based on the necessities, necessities, lacks, and wants. So basically, and this is the example from the objective and subjective for the needs analysis itself. It's proposed by Waters and Hutchinson. And actually, needs analysis has already been conducted in a long time ago from many researchers. From many years, there are so many research about needs analysis. For example, here from Jaso Aguilar in 1999, he conducted a case study with the aim of exploring the language needs of hotel maids in Hawaii. By triangulating different sources and methods, the finding revealed the discrepancy between what the hotel management perceived as the language needed by the housekeepers and what the maids perceive as their own language needs. And the second previous study is from Atai and Soja in 2011, centered on the language need of learners in a special field. The study explored the English language needs of computer engineering students in Iran. The findings showed a mismatch between the language content of the current program and the target situational needs of the students. Findings also revealed that due to the students' low English language proficiency, teachers regularly focus their ESP lesson on general English rather than the intended focus that of ESP. So yeah, that's what happened actually. There are so many specifications, so many background of the works. However, based on Atai and Soja itself, mostly English given for them is just general English, not ESP. So that's why needs analysis needs to be conducted in order to create good course design for the student itself. And based on the Spence and Liu 2013, they examined the language needs of engineers working in the high-tech industry in Taiwan. The study identified the tasks involving English skill that engineers had to perform and how the use of English increased in relation to the engineer's career. Findings also indicate that there were several communicative situations in which English was needed by engineers. So yeah, this is focusing on engineer students. Yeah, so that's why based on the study here, it seems like ESP for engineer is really important and be some benefit for the student itself. And also the study from Contreras and Moore in 2020, they conducted a needs analysis that explored the English language requirement of agriculture technician in Chile. It also examined how these needs are perceived by actors involved in agricultural industries and actors involved in the education of this group. And the finding was one of the EFL teachers created lesson plan based on the photosynthesis. Based on photosynthesis process with the idea of teaching English for agricultural purpose. While it is true that photosynthesis phenomenon relates to agriculture, however, this specific topic does not address the target situation needs of the students. Yeah, even though in this case the photosynthesis phenomenon, of course, it's really matched with the agricultural area, right? However, after the needs analysis conducted, it seems like the topic that was given during the study it's not match or does not address the target situation of the students when they go to work in the agricultural area. Yeah, so that's why this is the reason actually why the needs analysis and ESP needs to be conducted. uh, and needs analysis instrument, there are many. However, here I would like to give you suggestion for the ESP practitioner. If you want to make some kind of what is that needs analysis, you can use this kind of observation protocol or a structured questionnaire and maybe a semi-structured interview protocol. This is only the example that you can use in order to what is that to use as an instrument in its analysis. And so what next after this? Yeah, needs analysis is this is one of the step in creating the course design in ESP. While the step itself is a long way to go. Like this one, in this slide, I mentioned that there is a conducting needs analysis, and after that, writing the course grid or course, and then developing the materials. Well, the course grid here is some kind of syllabus, yeah, before we go to the material. And after developing the material, we have to implementing the material, and then we can evaluating the material and revising and writing the final draft. So this is the what is that the yeah the simple, not the simple actually, the full cycle when we are as an ESP practitioner try to make some course design for our specific target students here. And yes, I think that's all. Later on we are going to discuss more related to the practice of or creating the course design for ESP. I think that's all for this material of topic of needs analysis. Thank you very much, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.